What is up, everybody? Skratch coming up with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today, I want to talk about the clan boss meta, how it evolved, how it changed, what champions actually caused the entire change that we have right now. The main reason why I want to do this is because a lot of you guys tend to be under the impression that if you don't have an unkillable champion, that's it, game over, you cannot do clan boss. So I want to talk about some OG teams and kind of like have a look at the most used teams that we have at the moment in the game. We have tons of fusions coming in the game that are shifting the meta. New champions added to the game again that are shifting the meta too. And we have Helicat, which is a beast of a champion and makes it like, same like with the meta, right? We had Helicat, the meta. These champions, they can carry an entire team alone. So these again are shifting the meta. So many new champions bringing new things to the game, you know? Before we move over to talk about all these guys, if you enjoyed the music you hear in the video, we have that Soundstripe link in the description down below. They have an amazing music library, so if you're looking for some new banging music, definitely head over and check them out. Plus, I can save you 15% on checkout by using code Skratch. The most used teams at the moment are unkillable, you know? I see a lot of you guys always being like, oh, such a great team on a 1-to-1 ratio, like you've never seen that before, when they're actually the oldest teams that we had in the game, you know? So a lot of them really evolved since. We have the clan boss calculators, damage calculators, so many different things that actually allow us to build better teams now, build them easier. So because of it, we can find and try different teams without wasting resources in game and without wasting tons of time. That's what allowed us to create all these crazy clan boss teams that you guys see today. Now, I just want to say a couple of things before we're going to jump into the main topic of the video, guys. I'm gonna be holiday for the next 3 weeks or so. So starting from tomorrow, you won't see me around. I just want to let you know that I won't be able to answer to the comments. I'll do my best to stay on top of the situation, but most probably I'm gonna have to kind of like revisit everything once I'm gonna get back in the beginning of July, guys. I'm going back home actually. Haven't been home for like 3 years since the start of COVID. So definitely looking forward to it. Just kind of like disconnect for a bit, you know, to have a proper holiday, more or less. And another thing, we have a giveaway going on Twitter, guys. We're giving tons of gems away, void shards, epic tomes. So if you haven't followed me on Twitter just yet, the link will be in the description down below. Head over and enter the giveaway if you are interested. Now, Skratch, what clan boss teams are we talking about here? So this used to be a 1-to-1 ratio team. The images might be a bit small, guys, but I'm gonna kind of like walk you through it. Alton, Valkyrie, Krisk, Battle Khazar, Frozen Banshee. Pretty decent damage, 36 million damage. That was amazing 2 years and something ago. And not long time after that, I made the very first unkillable with double Maneater to work on full auto after the nerf. Used to be amazing. Full auto, double Maneater team. Wow, that was like 2 years ago. So after that, I've seen that a lot of people were struggling with high defense teams and stuff like that. So I really started pushing it on unkillable teams. I made so many different unkillable teams. Like we have Warcaster, we have Sir Nicholas with Maneater or Roche card. So many different combinations. But that was over 2 years ago. Then a lot of people were asking for high defense teams. You know, we've seen I made the very first high defense team in the entire game that was able to one-key it, guys. Nobody else was able to do it before, so that was a pretty dirty team. I think was a Krisk, Valkyrie, we had Battle Khazar, Vizier, and God, I cannot even remember Alton, I think, in the team. Was so damn dirty, okay? And that was 76 million damage. Was like, wow, you know, survived 80 plus turns. Everybody was crazy how we can even do that, because everybody was like, no, that's not possible, you won't be able to do that. But since then, the clan boss evolved so damn much, guys. Like right now, we have teams doing 1 billion damage, okay? So if we're gonna go at the clan boss, just to kind of like have a look at what teams are being used the most in my clan, just as an idea. Most probably it's gonna be very similar for yours. Maneater, 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 Maneater. Everybody's using Maneaters. Oh my god, we have only one Demeter here. Now, she is more of a newish champion, Pavo with Demeter there. She actually allows you to build teams and only count on her to keep the entire team alive. And that's the thing with Helicat. I feel like that's where we're headed from here on, guys. We're gonna get more champions that are gonna carry the entire team. I've already made some guides on Helicat where you can actually just do an entire clan boss team, and he's gonna be the stun target, survive it, tank it up to turn 50, and carry the entire team with the block damage. Just focus on a lot of DPS. So that is actually pretty badass. But unkillable, it seems like the main way to go. Now, we used to make before high defense teams. High defense teams means don't use squishy champions. Don't use Fane, don't use Anax, or even if you are using those champions, try to kind of like bring in poisoners. So what we used to do back in the day, we used to bring in poisoners, but we used to give them tanky stats. So Awkward Brawler, probably we were giving him crit rate, but we weren't focusing on attack. Just as an idea, he might not even need attack to deal damage, but we were focusing on getting their defense high, and like that we were gonna keep them alive, you know, and deal damage based on poisons rather than just solid hits from attack-based champions. Double counter-attack teams, like have either Valkyrie and Martyr, Skull Crusher and Martyr for whoever had the option to do that. You were making the team so much slower than the clan boss. Only one champion was taking the first turn, and then you were just counter-attacking, and like this, that allowed us to put better stats on them, have higher defense. We didn't had glyphs, we didn't had all this fancy stuff back in the day, so we weren't able to build the champions much faster, like to give them all these crazy extra stats that we can actually get now on the champions. But my point here is that we have so many champions in the game, and the high defense teams are being forgotten, and a lot of people are not familiar with them. Then we have the Infinity team, right, with the shields. Now, that is more kind of like tied to Brogni. Without Brogni, you cannot make that, just because he's the only champion that can increase the value of the shield. That is probably the craziest team ever. Like, the damage that you're getting out of that team is just stupid, okay? 1 billion, guys, that's the record. Over 1 billion damage on clan boss. Like, I was just showing you 2 years ago how strong my clan boss team was. 70 million damage. Well, guess what? That's nothing nowadays, you know? And there's so many unkillable teams. I'm gonna have tons of different videos dropping in the next few days, guys. The next few weeks, sorry. A lot of them are related to the clan boss. Unkillable, you're gonna see 200+ million damage from unkillable teams. You're gonna see crazy things, so definitely make sure you are staying tuned for it. I'm very curious to find out what is your most used clan boss team in your entire clan. What teams are you guys using the most? And how familiar are you with non-unkillable clan boss teams? A lot of people tend to don't be aware that you can actually survive up to turn 100, up to turn 150, depending on how your champions rotate, you know? And Valkyrie, she is definitely one of the strongest champion in there just because of this massive shield that she can drop in, you know? But how I mentioned, I'm very interested to see where the meta will go for the clan boss. We have Helicat carrying alone. We have Demita. What is going to be next? I'm so damn curious. Are we gonna see anything crazy like this shifting towards Hydra as well in the near future? Like right now, the teams for the Hydra are not really involving tons of buffs, right? Like we're trying to stay away from having too many buffs because they can steal your buffs. You don't want to have unkillable. It's not really working as good as in the normal clan boss. If you're bringing too much support, you're gonna lack damage, and that's gonna be a problem. So I'm very curious to see how will the Hydra meta evolve as well. If it's gonna get kind of like a bit similar and get on the same track with the regular clan boss, very curious about all that. I guess it depends on what Hydra heads we're getting in as well. But guys, I just kind of like wanted to talk a bit about this. If you want to see more videos on high defense teams and stuff like that, let me know in the comments down below. That was the whole purpose of the video, kind of like to get your take on it as well, guys. See like where you are with most of the teams. But that was all for this video. Much love, appreciate all of you guys watching, and I'll catch you all soon in the next one. Peace.